Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frost Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Albus Savages. 6. You'll be filling in for Jack.
Yeah, and I want to inform you that I did opt for the regular bean dip so I can use it with the chili cheese flavored
Excellent.
Fritos.
All right. Keep us up to date on the bean dip, okay?
I will do so.
Okay. And Ryan, you'll be filling in for Moonshock.
I'm not looking up freaking authors' names.
Then you're a very bad substitute.
Just
I'm
act
fine
gay
with that.
then. All right.
Yeah, that'll have to be enough.
Yeah. All right. And Terry is actually here for now, at least.
Yes. Filling in for Terry will be Terry.
And this week's special guest, Johnny Hellcat.
I am, in fact, not a rapper.
No.
Nah, he's a
Excellent.
rapist.
So you're not Six's downstairs neighbor?
Correct.
Yes. Is that what we can hear? Is that your neighbor Six?
So the downstairs neighbor.
Yeah. That's ethnics, am I right, Six?
Yeah.
He's a tad more ethnic than I am. I'll just put it that way.
I think the Cartman had a good rap. He's like me and Artemis Clyde Frog and everything else he was.
Classic.
Yes.
All right. And I'm sure you guys in the chat know, but apparently our friend Scribe did a face reveal recently. Yes. But I'm no coward, so I'm going to do the same thing right now. Bam. There's Scribe's face.
Excellent.
And you have informed me, Frosted, that he looks nothing like you, even though in my mind, you look like this.
No, aside from the glasses, we don't really look alike. I got red hair. I got a beard, mustache.
You're one of them gingers.
Yeah.
Yep. The chosen people. All right. But let's get into our first article where we're going to find out about a certain privilege that we have that the left don't.
Sanity.
Leftist content creators can't really talk about contemporary violence.
Well, they're too busy inflicting it.
Well, you got to get your words in between swings.
Yeah.
Now, this is the content creators, not the actual rioters.
No. Right.
The two-step dance we do around politics and violence. This is going to be a controversial piece, to say the least, because violence is rightfully a contentious topic. The ability to condone or incite violence is not something that should ever be taken lightly, and so I want to start this piece by saying that nothing in here is, on a legal level, encouraging anyone to engage in violent action.
Okay, now that I can't be sued, let's condone some violence.
This is how you make a gun. All right. This article does not aim to incite others in any way, and strongly encourages you, dear reader, not to do that.
But if you want to anyway, here's a step-by-step plan.
I don't want you to go to this website that tells you how to make bombs.
And you definitely shouldn't throw them at the White House.
This article does,
Remember,
however,
me telling you this is completely illegal. You can't talk about this.
Yes.
This article does, however, want you to think, because right there, that disavowal I made is what we are going to be talking about today. The dance content creators have to do when discussing violence. It's a type of disavowal that, for many reasons, is necessary on a platform like this, and I wanted to talk about the reasons for that, and the problems and limitations that come from this status quo. The most obvious type of violence...
Yes, Mike R. You are correct.
That is a man. That is true.
Johnny
killed the Moonshock role by actually showing a picture of the author.
Oh, I didn't look at it.
I was gonna say, Rodden, you're missing out on that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know, I'm gonna.
If
it weren't for Frosted, I'm just gonna keep this the exact same way with the Scribe face reveal. Didn't
That is Russell Brand in a dress.
Yes.
Okay. The most obvious type of violence, and easily the least debatable as violence, is killing someone. And here that we are seeing perhaps the most prevalent limitation in online speech. Famously, there's a practice by some social media platforms, such as TikTok, to algorithmically deprioritize references to killing and suicide, regardless of the context. This censorship has become so widespread that it's now popular online for people to use the word unalived instead, as it's more likely to
Gosh, it's
succeed.
so retarded.
Yeah, as it's more likely to succeed with that platform's algorithm.
I mean, at
As
least
Sc-
if you're gonna do that shit, like, have some fun with it. Like, take the veteran route, call it the old, super slide, the sewer slide.
I
Kurt
think
Co-
leaflets calling it isekaiing yourself for suicide. I think that's a decent.
I also
It's
like the
slightly-
Kurt Cobain crew cut.
Yeah,
This
that's an
is-
excellent one.
Yeah. As Scotty Andrew writes for CNN about the trend on TikTok, users got crafty, inventing a new word that easily implied the sensitive subject without getting flagged. So if they were talking about death, homicide, or suicide in their videos, many TikTok users begin to write unalived in their captions and in-video text. This practice has become so widespread that it is now a part of the normal lexicon for much of Generation Alpha. And this type of double talk is prevalent for a lot of adult themes on social media platforms. The word mess.
Alpha, the biggest bunch of bitches you'll ever meet.
So
I
which
believe
gen
the
is?
correct term is faggots.
On that one, unfortunately, our generation has to take the thing for that. I want to, or no, that would be Gen X.
I think I'm.
No,
I think
Gen
I'm
Z is Gen X. We're millennials is predominantly who has been raising Gen Alpha.
Well, why'd we start at
I'm-
X?
I'm generation
Because you
fluid
typically have a generation in between of who raises the
yeah.
next
I'm
generation
generation
predominantly.
fluid because I'm either X or Y depending on where the cutoff is, and I keep seeing the cutoff get moved. So
Yeah, because like boomers predominantly raise millennials, Gen X predominantly raise Gen Z, so the millennials are predominantly raising Gen Alpha.
yeah.
So
Right.
fucking retards, man.
And
That's-
Blue-Eyed Sprinters, I wonder why we have to self-censor. Well, I mean, we don't because the channel's not monetized. But like, if you want to make money on social media, you can't be going around saying things that the platforms will demonetize you for. It kind of makes it hard to make money.
It's because they
And-
don't like it.
And since I didn't have any kids when I was in my 20s, you can't attribute Gen Z to me.
That is true.
I
No, it's-
disavow.
It's the generation as a whole, not each individual person.
See, I'm going to adjudicate. I'm going to say 6 is innocent on all charges.
So
Because I don't have kids either, so
So then
six.
you're innocent as well.
6. You never shot your bean dip in someone's burrito.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
That's
I'm not 100% sure that there's not a little 6 running around out there.
the word mascara was used back in the distant year of 2023 to describe more sexually explicit experiences, including assault, which could earn you a shadow ban, i.e., limiting a post's visibility without the poster's knowledge, on TikTok, YouTube, and others. This is also why you might hear sexual assault referred to as SA or grape on these platforms instead. When it comes to drug use, it's pretty much impossible to talk about substances directly without your video doing very poorly. As
It's
in-
hard for me to hear grape and not immediately think ape after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
for
figured
me,
you were
I
gonna go
can,
with I'm gonna grape
I'm
you
the
in the mouth.
grapist. I'm going to tie you to the radiator and I'm going to grape you over and over.
I just keep like it just triggers the image of grape ape from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
I want someone to do a YouTube approved version using that of "Rape Me" by Nirvana.
There you go.
I want to know who designed that.
That's a Weird Al version.
Yeah, and JB says I'm going to grape you in the mouth. That's the exact same sketch that I'm referring to. Yes.
Yep.
It's-
Hey kids, you want to get graped?
As an example, YouTube has such an extreme tendency to shadow ban content that refers to cannabis and other drugs that the YouTuber Mia Mulder once made a video about the limitation facetiously titled, "Why Can't We Talk About Drinks?"
Mm.
You may technically be free to talk about these topics more explicitly online, but if you do so, these platforms will remove both the financial and algorithmic incentives for you to engage in such speech.
Yeah, that's why no one's going to invite me on their stream if they actually want to make money from it.
Yeah. But you're on more streams than any of us.
Yeah, but I'm only on streams that aren't monetized, and there's a reason.
The only thing I'm trying to potentially monetize is my second channel. My main channel is irrelevant for that.
Yeah. No, but like if someone wants to make money from their channel, having me as a guest is probably a bad idea.
He likes gamer words.
I do.
So your content is not monetarily rewarded, and few see it. It's why I have this conversation instead of a more open one, because before we can even begin having conversations on the morality of violence, we have to materially acknowledge that these platforms are discouraging many references to it. The scope of our conversation is already limited before it even begins, and so it would be disingenuous to pretend like we are operating in a true marketplace of ideas. We see this political censorship most viscerally online with content related to the violent genocide in Palestine.
God, get fucked on that whole shit. If it were an actual genocide, there'd be a lot more death.
Yeah, it's the most inefficient genocide in history.
It's like the whole thing of like Camel retweeted the one thing where someone's like shows the border of Egypt and they're like, the only reason they're not going to genocide Gaza is because it's being done by Israel. So it's like apparently I guess Israel called dibs first.
Yeah,
I stand by my reasoning on Hammer's stream where he said, "Is it a genocide?" And I said, "Probably not, because the left says it is." And so, I just, if they say it is, it almost certainly isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I went with the 24-ounce garden salad.
All right, nice. All right, yeah, I just love that. Like the only people who are all right with Palestine are the people who don't actually have to deal with them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
That's okay. Meta and Alphabet have not taken a neutral stance here, if such a thing were even possible, and instead have actively suppressed pro-Palestinian right activists in content. The Arab Center for the Advancement of
usually they're saying like death to whatever country they're in on top of like free Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how you free Palestine.
Yeah,
Because like they did a fucking free Palestine like Palestinian rally or whatever in Canada not too long ago, and half of all they chanted was just death to Canada.
See, my stance on the whole free Palestine thing is those Jews really don't want to pay for anything, do they?
I was on a trip with my wife to go watch Tom Papa do a stand-up, and I saw a Palestine rally. Here, it carries a different definition because a rally here is just 3 people with a whiteboard sign.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the Arab Center for the Advancement of Social Media, 7AMLA.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how acronyms work. Released a report in 2024 alleging that YouTube as a platform has allowed for the dissemination of problematic content in the form of advertising material that increased incitement to hatred and violence against Palestinians. Furthermore, the paper saw that the platform's discriminatory practices of demonetizing and restricting content critical of Israel's actions in Gaza indicated that YouTube's community guidelines do not protect freedom of expression and hinder the sharing of information about the lives of Palestinians.
I'm going to say I find that deeply insulting. I can hate Palestinians without YouTube telling me to. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I can hate all by myself.
Exactly.
In fact, most people I can tell if I hate them just by looking at them.
Damn straight.
We have seen similar censorship across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many others. pro-Palestinian rights activists who do want to engage in this conversation on these platforms, which in my society are the only true places these conversations can happen on a wide scale, find themselves in a rhetorical arms race to get around these media conglomerates' digital censorship. I have seen activists refuse to say words like Palestine or genocide on camera, instead displaying the word via text. I have watched creators swap out the word genocide for something else, using inference instead, or strategically wait past the first minute of a video to limit an automated bot's censorship.
Garden salad.
Is that code for genocide?
Code for
This is like a shittier version of when they would censor movies for TV and they use like
It's more violent when
cream.
he says Caesar.
That the best is snakes on a plane. I am tired of all these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Actually, the one that always sticks in my head is TBS's censorship of Police Academy 1.
Yeah.
When Tackleberry, and I can't remember the guy's name. The antithesis character, who is the trainer, and he goes, here's the window. I have a TV. Here I come, and you say, and he's supposed to go, put down the TV before I blow your goddamn head off, asshole.
Hmm.
And they edit it to put down the TV before I blow your gosh darn head off, head hole.
I like
That they did a good skit on Mad TV where they did like some like Christian channel showing The Sopranos.
Yes.
That's like each shot is like 5 seconds long. It's like
Yep.
so someone says something insulting and then just abruptly cuts to them being dragged away in a body bag. You know.
Yes. There's something similar with Guitar Hero, because the song "Killing in the Name" by Rage Against the Machine contains, profanity, and they for some reason want the game to be family friendly, so it's just like mostly silent. Like part of the song is "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." And it's just like they had to cut like 2/3 of the song out.
That reminds me of the. Have you seen it on YouTube? The Roxanne. It's just rocks.
Oh yeah. Rocks.
can't say
Rocks!
that one.
It's so stupid. Right. Any leftist content creator worth their salt knows that they have to do this dance if they want to be heard at all, and it is not one being done by the other side.
Huh? Like they know majority of media is owned by the left, and they're the ones that don't get censored. Like,
No, according to this, it's not happening.
yeah,
because
because this author's a fat gay retard.
No, she's a beautiful woman. Didn't you see the picture?
No,
Russell
because he's a
Brand
fat
in
gay
dress.
retard.
Okay, conservative content creators outright lie all the time about violence. Hate influencers like Matt Walsh have actively perpetuated the myths that trans youths are being castrated and mutilated, and their videos, tweets, and substacks are still up and widely seen, even when they lead to the doxing and harassment of real people and institutions.
Motherfucker, like you care about doxing and harassment.
No, they do. It's just like they want to be the ones doing it.
Yeah.
It only matters when it happens to us.
It's no fun when it happens against us.
These conservative commentators have burgeoning careers, and in fact, partly due to the rise of reactionary conservatism, places like YouTube and Meta have relaxed their content moderation in a way that benefits said creators. Leftists are still having to use subversive tactics to get their content past these companies' algorithms, but these conservatives can say the vilest shit out in the open, and few face consequences. Oh,
Have
and
you
face
tried
few
being
consequences.
out in the open with your actual commentary area?
That weren't people getting banned just for like mentioning COVID and shit?
Yeah.
That speaks to a profound double standard, where conservatives can often talk of and incite violence, while those on the left can hardly get the violence done to them acknowledged, let alone incite anything.
It's because
Not
90%
fair. I
of
want to
it's you
incite
being
violence
done violence.
too.
What?
They keep getting busted for inciting violence. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They're just not doing it right.
Hmm.
Garden salad.
So again, leftist content creators can't really talk about contemporary violence without first, at least partially, condemning it. Because God forbid they do that.
Yeah.
Because doing anything would arguably be considered incitement, which is illegal, and the law does not protect the left and the right equally. And even when we do make such disavowals, due to the material conditions of these platforms, we are financially incentivized to alter our vocabulary and moderate our message.
Sure
It's
you
the-
are, bud.
It's the reason why radical conversations online are often held in the realm of the abstract, as we discuss media, history, or philosophy, which seem to be removed enough, so far, not to trigger this censorship. I can talk about the need to stop fascism in Star Wars or some other pop culture franchise, and hope my readers connect the dots from there, although many don't.
That's because you don't know what actual fascism is, you fat gay retard. I would
That's
add
not
communist,
true.
but it'd be
That-
redundant.
Fascism is one thing I don't like.
Yeah. That's, I can say that, historically, violence has been an integral tool for most successful revolutionary movements, including the one used to form the United States. I can even say in the abstract that violence is a crucial component of our contemporary system. We can have this conversation here in the abstract, but linking that revolutionary rhetoric to real life, contemporary actions is not something that can be done easily. I mean, it sounds like you want to promote violence, so yeah.
Yeah.
As it would violate the terms of service for most platforms, including this one, and would also be illegal. Every leftist content creator on the internet has to grapple with that risk in a way that those on the right just don't. I think that reality means that leftists need to support and create their own platforms.
Yes, please do.
Yeah,
We
but-
need more blue skies.
Yeah, the blue sky is going so well.
Yeah.
It's the reason I am part of a writers' cooperative, see After the Storm magazine, and have donated to radical media publications like The Asheville Blade, The Free Radical, and Strangers in a Tangled Wilderness.
This just sounds like some weird ass erotica.
Yeah. Yeah, what was the one that Shuan had mentioned? The milking farm?
Oh, morning,
Shades.
morning Glory Milking
All
Farm.
Morning,
Morning-
Glory.
a whole bunch of
Morning.
I just watched the monkeys video on that earlier today.
Yeah, I had watched the shoe one first before I even Monkey'd even streamed it.
I do like Shu. Shu makes good videos.
Yeah.
I still like when he's just like, "Oh my god, she's wearing the nose ring again," and she only put it in for the bit.
For that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, read sexy stuff about banging guys, but why does it have to be like freaking monsters and animals?
Well, we know why.
We also need to prioritize the corporatist platforms that are not as terrible as all the others. It's why I'm on Medium, because it's one of the few platforms that lets me put out pretty radical stuff. I released an article about the Palestinian genocide back in May, and its moderators boosted it. Really, I got kicked off Medium because I made fun of someone's teeth.
Yeah.
It's because they're a bunch of fat gay retards.
Have you seen the picture of today's author?
Medium isn't perfect, but I am financially incentivized to speak more openly here than most places on the internet, though I don't fool myself into believing that will always be the case. Yet all that being said, one day we leftists are going to have to say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube, and all the other corporatist sites out there, because their revolutionary potential has a financial and legal limit.
Bye, bitch.
And eventually, well, I can't talk about that here.
Yeah,
But
you
in
just, that's like blatant call to violence.
But
God,
in
I
the
would love to see majority of the leftists leave YouTube just because of it. It fucking calmed down some.
But in the meantime, many of us will still be here trying to claw out an audience, seeing how long we can do this dance before the shoe drops.
You leave Commie Mummy out of it.
That's just want to see what they say in the comments.
Yes.
I've strongly considered whether leftists should occupy space on the platforms not for us. I know several do. It's absolutely fair play.
Yeah, they're just pissed because it's like Elon bought Twitter, and then they're like, oh, "We lost our place."
Yeah. Well, that's why Blue Sky exists. It's because Elon bought Twitter and it stopped being lefty safe haven and became somewhat
It's-
more open to both sides.
It's still pretty lefty safe haven, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's
as
not
much as it
completely
was.
lefty safe haven.
It's not as lefty safe haven.
Yeah, it's just the typical thing. When you're used to special treatment, equality feels like oppression.
Yes.
All right. Well, with the end of our first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition, where I take 4 headlines for medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat votes on which is best. All right, so 6, I need a type of person.
Type of person, you mean like a waitress?
That would fit, or could be occupation, like a ethnicity, whatever.
Mall cop.
All right. Okay, rotten, I need a transitive verb.
Oh, suicided.
Would that be a transitive verb? You can't suicide someone.
That's true.
All right, suicide.
D-
Is that just a verb?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
if it's
just a
he
verb.
committed suicide.
It has to be something you do to someone
Yeah.
or something.
Defenestrate.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Okay, Terry, give me an activity.
Gang rape.
Depending on what the other one is, that's gonna be gold appropriately. All right, Johnny, give me an adjective.
I think we'll go with the topical one. We'll go with radical.
There you go.
All right.
Delegate grape.
All right, let's see. Johnny, give me a transitive verb.
We'll go with molest.
Okay. 6, give me a transitive verb.
Cavorted.
What? What'd you say?
A 6 word.
Cavorted.
Cavorted? I don't think that's transitive.
All right, fine. Blended.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, rotten, give me a type of person, plural.
Well, since I did see Tier in the chat, niggers.
There you go.
I think I know what the winner's gonna be.
I mean, I think we knew when Terry said the word.
All right, Terry, adjective.
Retarded.
Okay. Let's see. So 6 is as a queer mall cop, I will not molest myself. Here's why. It
Nice
is
to know you're holding to standards.
it is beneath a mall cop to molest yourself.
Yeah.
That's what shoppers are for.
Hands up here, pal.
Blue White Scream says I win, and mine hasn't even been revealed yet.
All right, Rotten. I don't defenestrate dogs. I blended people who treat dogs better than people. All right, Terry's
As well as you should.
has gang rape become the sport of niggers?
I mean, yes.
Oh god damn, dude! I should have used Islamists.
I mean, both work.
Depending on what part of the world you're in.
It's a good thing that this one doesn't get tweeted out after the show.
I think Brand Radieri usually does take screenshots and post them.
It's a wonderful pastime.
So nail on the head.
Okay, and Johnny's the best immigrant is the radical immigrant, as long as he is retarded.
Ooh.
All right, I'll start a poll so the check in on which is best.
That actually makes it difficult. Johnny's is pretty good.
I don't generally like to vote for myself, but I have to this time.
Yeah, I think Johnny's would win on any normal night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the stars came together for
Yes.
Terry's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Terry. As soon as he said that, I was just like, "Well, this would be the most common word in this whole thing." I was thinking Jews for a minute.
Yeah. I'm glad you went with what you did. Jews wouldn't have worked as well.
Put Mormons in there.
Yeah,
I mean, most demographics would work.
yeah, but I think one that's associated with violence, like Muslims or blacks, makes it better.
All right, yeah, Terry's at 60%, followed by Johnny at 25%, and 6 has 15%.
Ooh, sympathy vote.
And Blue Eyed,
No,
I
no
didn't
problem.
channel Hassan. I was actually channeling. Oh, son of a bitch! I believe it'd be Ron Jeremy from when he was in Boondock Saints.
Oh, okay.
Ron Jeremy
So it's
was in
black.
Boondock Saints.
I think it was him. He was the second in command when they got Rocco telling the joke, and he's like, "Yes, this black guy, nigger." Like both of them guys like, "Yeah, that's what I said." So the white guy says, "You mean to tell me all the niggas and spigs are out of America? I'll have a Coke then."
All right, well, I think I can end the vote here. And let's see. We have... Damn it, YouTube changed up their thing. I can't see the viewers and likes.
Let's see here.
I'm guessing we don't have enough likes, so give us more likes.
There's 34
Yes.
showing 34 watching, 16 likes. Is what I got.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 7 likes, but I'm also not.
Well, mine
refreshing.
doesn't update, so
Yeah.
mine says 4 likes because I was the 4th person to like the stream. But if I refreshed, it would probably give me the right amount.
All right. If we get 50 likes, I'll do another scribe face reveal.
Yes.
Okay. So now on to our second article. These are 2 short ones that we're going to do before caption contest.
Okay.
Men aren't getting worse. We're seeing what they always wanted to be. by 4B America.
Ah, okay. I believe that's a type of pencil.
It is.
Women's
It
and
has a rather hard lead as opposed to a softer lead, which would be a 6B.
Well, there you go.
And this is one of those articles that accidentally, like, almost disproves itself.
Nice.
Right.
Not
Women's
surprised
and
there.
women's and men's beliefs are diverging rapidly. While women choose empathy and equality, men
That's
turn
a
to
lie.
the hateful ideologies of tyranny and oppression. The divide in ideology between genders is now increasing rapidly in all countries. And here we see a little line graph showing women moving towards liberal and men moving towards conservative. Notice anything about the U.S. one?
Yeah.
Is that the women are the ones going way up to the extreme, while men are just just gradually moving conservative?
In the UK, it's even worse.
Yeah,
Well, I can understand some of the shit in South Korea because they got kind of a fucked up culture.
Man, even the men are. Wow, the men are like almost as liberal as our women.
Yeah.
No wonder it's so fucked up there. All right, men have turned to far right figures like Andrew Tate, Charlie Kirk, and Donald Trump. Because
Well,
those
no
three
one's going to
are.
be turning to Charlie Kirk anymore.
So we got a fag, a dude who's deceased, and a 1996 Democrat.
Yep, far right.
Yeah.
Some say that this is a crisis at hand and that men are rapidly getting worse. While the situation is troubling, it only shows that men were already terrible. They weren't radicalized by these new far-right figures. They were simply waiting for them to come about so they could follow them. Men have been waiting for a chance to openly express their hatred towards women, their racism, and their toxic and fascist nationalist ideologies.
Yeah,
No,
it hasn't
I've
been
been
the
doing
whole
that.
fact.
I've been doing that from the start.
I'm saying for a lot of it
reason.
has been the fact that they've been getting shit on for the past 20 years.
Oh, more than that.
No, we've been lying in wait.
Yeah.
These men that were your neighbors, brothers, fathers, and coworkers didn't suddenly deteriorate overnight. The previous male leaders weren't extreme enough for them, so they knew they had to hide their true views.
Yeah.
Now-
Yeah.
I just love the idea of two men pass each other and they just give each other a quick wink.
Yeah. Mike says author's pick, please. We probably won't be able to find one because the name is just 4B something or other.
Yeah, it's essentially for the 4B movement. Yeah.
I think it's in South Korea, isn't it?
So it's probably
Yeah.
a dude in a dress.
Just
But
look
yeah,
up a
it's
pic.
not going to be a person. Like, there's no person attached to the name, I don't think.
Probably just some knitting circle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that far-right leaders have made hating women become acceptable to men, these men feel emboldened in their true beliefs. Many male-led institutions and societies were never harmless. Religion is not harmless. Suburban living is not harmless. It's not? Right.
No, it's very dangerous.
Yeah. It was never that men wanted to live and let live in private, as they so often claimed. Christian suburban men always wanted to turn women into breeding slaves.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just because no one's wanting to fuck you doesn't mean they're wanting to turn you into the fucking dumb shit from that stupid ass fucking book.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
That they haven't even actually read because they spend too much time reading fucking smut about rape anyways.
Yeah. Why would they actually read the book that they base their life on?
Yeah. Which do you think? Which do you think more of these people base their life on, Handmaid's Tale or Harry Potter?
Handmaid's Tale, because they hate J.K. Rowling now.
She's a turf.
She is. She's the worst person ever.
This is just a far right version of Monday Morning milking farm or whatever that
Yeah.
thing's called.
J.K. Rowling is only 99.9% on the left. That means she's Hitler.
Yeah.
She's been
Absolute worse
othered.
than Hitler.
Let's see. Okay. They always wanted to take away women's right to vote from the beginning. Then why did men give them the right to vote?
Well, that was the long con. We had to give it to them, make them get used to it, so we could snatch it away. And
Yeah.
it's like on South Park. If you want to make a baby cry, you have to give it the candy first, and then take the candy away. Otherwise, he won't know what he's missing.
Yeah. That's that's they'll never be expecting that.
Yes, exactly.
They were just waiting for someone to tell them that it was now okay to believe these things openly. I mean, the people believed them openly back around the time women got the right to vote, but okay. Mm-hmm. You may recall at one point having male friends at school, seeing them every day and doing projects together with them. You may ask what happened. How did they turn out the way they did?
Oh, this is definitely written by a woman.
Yeah.
You may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife.
Well, how did I get here?
This just goes to show that whenever Terry meets anyone else outside of Australia, we need to set up project time.
Okay, how did they turn out the way they did? They didn't suddenly change. They were always hateful to women. Before, they hated women in private, and now they do so more publicly. Some men may get away with appearing kind in their teens, but when they become adults and have the power to vote, there is no longer any doubt about who they really are. Yes, because if there's one thing that teenage boys are good at, it's like keeping a secret and keeping up an act.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's no ideal romantic futures with any males. We must give up on believing on the lie that there is something like romance with men. They will only pretend to be what they think you want them to be to trap you. Once they have
chosen the bear.
once they have, I mean, I think a lot of men are choosing bears too over women.
The question for that one, it was a tree.
Would you share your feelings with a woman or a tree? And every man is like, a tree.
Once they have you in their relationship or marriage, the true abuse will come out. Men and women are just not meant to be together. Every heterosexual woman has to accept that.
Oh, this woman's a fucking lesbian.
We are
Bet
just
she
not.
punches herself with a great old big fake dick.
We are just not violent and hateful like men.
Bitch, have you not read fucking history?
Have you not read your article?
Yeah.
Leave all these men behind. Forget the idea of finding the perfect and caring man. It will not happen. It's time to go 4B. Written by Delphina.
Ah.
Which is funny because most like South Koreans that like followed the 4B movement have like not. They've pretty much like stopped following the 4B movement.
Yeah, because turns out women need to get fucked so often as well.
Well, and some of the behaviors was seen as being hateful to gay men because they were receiving some of the lash out.
Women need to get fucked too, and there's only so many bears to go around. So
Yeah.
All right.
The bears can only fuck so much.
Yeah. I do like the picture of the guy hugging the bear, and it's like the women were so mean to me. It's like, I know, buddy.
Yeah. All right. And now our next one, which is about a concept that we've heard before, but I just think it's done in a very stupid and funny way.
Okay.
All right. Why can't black Americans be racist?
They can. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No.
The end.
It's because they don't put in the work. They They put their mind to it. They buckle down. They put in the hours. They can be as racist as anyone else.
If you really apply yourself.
Yeah.
They're not trying hard enough.
Really challenge yourself with a robust racist argument.
All right. It's an education on isms.
With Jeffrey Cass is the author's name.
Let's see. Probably should get this out of the way for all those folks who only read headlines or the first few words of articles. All types of people, including black people, can be hateful. All kinds of people can dislike groups of certain ethnicities or skin colors.
Sounds a lot like racism.
Yeah, this guy was thrown in lockers as a kid.
Well, you would think so, but let's see. Okay. One black acquaintance of mine recently told me he thinks all Somalians are dumb. I mean, technically that's not racist. That's a country, not a race.
Yeah, and it's also very accurate.
I myself was assaulted by a member of the Nation of Islam while living in Ohio 30 plus years ago because I'm Jewish. Wow, who's shocked there?
Yeah.
Hitler should have finished the job, he screamed at me.
I mean, if you start something, you really should see it through.
No one likes a quitter.
Candace Owens, Sean King, and Kanye are black and have said some pretty hateful things. One of these things is not like the others.
I think Sean King is a very black man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's got a very black mustache.
Yes, exactly.
I've come across far too many people of every imaginable skin tone who hate some other group or another. It's even hard to scroll through social media feeds without someone posting something that isn't so respectful of one ethnicity or race. Black, white, Jew, Muslim, gay, there's no shortage. So of course black people can be prejudiced against white people or others.
In the summer, I'm blacker than Sean King.
With all of that common sense, black Americans still can't engage in racism, though. Here's why. An ism is a system of some sort, a set of rules, norms, structures. Judaism, for example, is a system of spiritual rules for Jewish adherents. Communism is a political system that purports on paper to have the government economically equalize all of society, where nobody climbs up or down the economic ladder.
But it's never been tried, so that really can't be held to
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day they'll get it right.
Capitalism is an economic system driven by private business and profits. Colonialism, fascism, protectionism, Hinduism, this ism or that ism. What they all have in common is they are a structure of how things operate within that particular ism.
Okay, so if racism is a structure of hating someone based on their race, congratulations, black people can be racist. Thank you.
The ism system and set of rules. Racism is no different. It's far broader than just hating someone. It's bigger than just whether someone says the N-word or whether some black person can't stand white people in my childhood honky.
No, it's not. That's the funny part.
I just have one question. What's the N-word? No one's ever willing to say what this mysterious word is. I just know that it's an N-word, so it probably starts with an N. But no one's ever willing to commit it to paper.
Haven't you heard Trump? It's nuclear.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
figured it was Niagara.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it was ne'er-do-well because that's a cool word.
Based on what Bush says, it's nuclear.
That's also true.
Nuclear.
So you're the one that says nuclear.
Nuclear. It's pronounced nuclear.
The weird part is like you also hear smart people pronouncing it that way. I don't get it. Like, is that one of those like do they technically allow that now?
Well, I mean, the standards have dropped a lot, but if you look at how the word is spelled, it is clearly not nuclear. That's just wrong.
All right. Racism is a set of structures, ideas, systems, all designed and set up by one race to treat another race in an inferior way. The only group who can be the only group who can be racist in a system of racism is the one which operates, controls, and benefits from the system.
So black people.
Mm-hmm.
Those in power run all forms of isms. Okay, so this is the part I want to concentrate on. Those in power run all forms of systems. They're the ones who operate, control, and benefit from the systems. Okay, let's go with alcoholism. How do the alcoholics control and benefit from alcoholism?
Liquor is sold.
They're the ones getting all the benefits of being drunk.
I can quit anytime I want.
I mean, for fuck's sake, I was going to, when you originally introduced me, say, let's see if Frosty can drive me to drinking early. And he's about fucking there.
White people.
All right, so and since I think it's fair to say that alcoholics don't benefit from alcoholism, then they can't be alcoholics because they're not benefiting from the system.
Well, see, Frosted, black people cannot be alcoholists against white people.
Yes, exactly. And autism is obviously a system of oughts, and I don't think anyone benefits from that either. Unless you really need to know a lot about trains. Again.
Yeah, we apparently, we're just in that whole thing with big autism.
Atheism. Yeah, so unless you benefit from alcohol, you are not an alcoholic.
There you go.
You do not have alcoholism.
I fly better when I've had a few.
Huh?
QED, science. Frosted proved it with science.
So I fly better when I've had a few.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a passenger anyway, so you're more relaxed.
And in racism, it's the collective of people who run our companies and hospitals. The people who write our laws and dominate political seats. Those who shape our schools.
I'm so tired of that shit. I mean, I'm just wanting to add to it so they can be like, no, we're not this because that's actually worse and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you're still a fucking part of it. It's not power plus prejudice. It's just prejudice, you fucking fat, gay, retard nigger.
No, but even if you want to say it is power, even if you want to say it is power plus privilege, there's power in being the victim class because that's why everyone's pretending to be a victim, because it offers them power.
Yeah, because I mean, say it's you and a coworker. You call the coworker calls you racist. If people that's probably gonna mean that you are at risk of getting fired. If you call them a nigger, they're not at risk of getting fired.
Yeah. No, it's still you.
Yeah. Deciding zoning laws and control the wealth who determine those. It so sounds like he's talking about the Jews. All right. Whose communities thrives and whose communities crumble. Black people don't have that kind of power in America. That's why they can't make it so that white people don't have access to proper health care or healthy food.
They have no a small suburb in Chicago that would like to have a word with you.
I mean, black people can actually stop people from having access to healthcare or healthy food. They steal, and then the businesses leave, and any white people that happen to be in that neighborhood no longer have access to the business that the black people destroyed.
Yeah. They have no power to keep white people from moving into certain neighborhoods. Why should anybody have the power to keep someone from moving into a neighborhood?
You've never heard of the stories like Satsu's talked about how white folks would move into the hood and they would just bully and steal from the white kids to get it to where their parents would eventually move them out of the hood?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, Satsu must have been wrong.
He must have been lied to by Monkey since, obviously.
He's got internalized racism. He's not cooperating.
No, don't you know Matt Jarbo told him that it's Ranting Monkey who tells him what to think and say.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Or to deny them loans or jobs based on the color of their skin, or ensure their water isn't clean,
Jesus Christ, man. You could definitely say this author's pretty anti-Semitic.
I have to ask because here in chat says he shops exclusively at Giants or Whole Foods. Is there a partial foods to contrast with the Whole Foods? Because that sounds like a disturbing idea.
You shop at Whole Foods?
I mean, partial foods or like kind of foods would usually just be Walmart.
Whole Foods is like rich, aging hippie food.
And partial foods is like soup where someone's already digested half of it.
Yeah, or like Cheese Whiz, you know.
I walked into a
Like
Whole
the
Foods.
actual cheese whiz that they use for Philly steak cheese or the fucking cheese in a can.
Maybe a cheese in a can. But I walked into a Whole Foods, and there I was gonna look at a bag of grapes because they were pretty sizable grapes, and there was a giant spider web in there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and no.
That cost extra.
Sure, yeah. You know, those grapes shipped in from a foreign country with a strange spider. It's probably fine.
They were organic.
Yeah.
Clearly.
That's okay. Black folks don't get to decide what neighborhoods will be closest to disposal of hazardous materials. Black people don't have the power to make it so
Nor do poor white folks.
to make it so white men are systemically sentenced to harsher prison times than black people for the same offenses. Black people didn't create the highway system that intentionally destroyed and separated communities.
No, instead they just went through and were committing more crimes, and typically tend to have more freaking crimes underneath their belt when they're sentenced to the quote unquote same crime. That's what's known as having a prior record. It's not always the case, but it's usually a fair go.
They didn't have the power to order our military to experiment on people. Do we have that power? Because I want to use that.
Okay, now that one they actually are right. The military did do that, but they didn't just do it to blacks.
I think they just did that to what was the demographic? Anyone.
Well, the Tuskegee experiment was done specifically against blacks.
Right.
So that one they can say on that one, and that was definitely fucked up. You know, like Japanese internment, yes, that was specifically on Japanese and whatnot, but like, son of a bitch, was it the MST3K that was done back in the day?
Yeah.
And whatnot. Yeah, that was everyone.
Wait, were you talking about MK Ultra?
MK Ultra, thank you.
Fuck,
They did Mystery Science Theater on everybody? Wow.
For all I know, it's a fucking psyop.
T-Robot controls your mind.
All right. In the
I
not
was like,
too
I know there's like
distant
an M and a
future,
K in there. I can't fucking remember where it's at.
in the not too distant future, we don't have any blacks. All right.
I never claimed to be an extremely intelligent man. I'm a mostly functioning idiot, folks.
Wow, that was a very different than what you attempted.
I can't believe they're making fun of movies. Son of a bitch. It's what caused Charles Manson.
We got syphilis sign. Ah!
I almost said just to go with it, be like, it's what caused Marilyn Manson.
Ted Kaczynski's major motivation was Mike Nelson.
Yes.
They were never able to build and enforce the structures that decide whose humanity counted and whose didn't. So let's not confuse prejudice with racism. We all can hold hate in our hearts. It's an ugly thing to practice.
Okay, so if we're going to go off this whole thing and saying that for that situation and whatnot, so then would you say that the whites in South Africa could not be racist because they don't hold all those things and they were pushed out of there by the blacks in South Africa? And since they are in power, that would mean that they are predominantly racist.
Well, no, globally, whites have more power, so it doesn't count.
See, always a fucking goalpost shift.
I deplore prejudice against our fellow humans, regardless of the race of the person engaged in it. And of course, we should
Next to doubt.
I just okay it for other people.
and of course we should speak out against it. But only the operators and beneficiaries of systems and structures in place can be racist.
Just not you.
Which is the reason why it's critical for the beneficiaries of our systems to stop being so threatened with changing them and instead start making society fair and equitable for all. To use their power for change. It might come as a shock, but when we
Bitch,
all
you
do...
don't know what the fuck fair is.
well, the well kind is what she lives on. It might come as a shock, but when we all do better, our entire country, including even our businesses, will do better. True story.
And Tier, I don't care about the whole bullshit for the blacks in South Africa for that one. That'd be to be a black American, and I not fucking getting into that shit. We can do that later.
All right. Well, now time for our second game, which is for the chat only. 6.
I was totally expecting you to be like, Mexican.
And that is the caption contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat's come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. And when I found this one, I immediately knew I had to use it, because this has to be like in a history book when they're talking about the ICE riots. Oops. Okay, there we go. We have like the parlay before a battle.
I still love what happened to that fucker.
I know.
Ha! Your pepper spray can't hurt me. Really, bitch.
Well,
Just-
let's just test that, shall we?
Let's just hit that vent.
It's like in like one of those Braveheart type movies where like before a battle they each have a man ride up and discuss terms. It's like send your man, and they send in the frog. Let's see. After joining the left, Pepe let himself go. Yeah, I got nothing. Frogged versus Meal Team 6.
Now, see, that would work if it were the National Guard that's coming in from Texas, because those are some fat boys.
Are
We're
you not?
big down a big D.
Are you not entertained? This Netflix adaptation of West Side Story is fucking wrong. Yeah. You didn't put caption, Terry, so I'll let that one slide.
Okay.
All right. Froggy went a courting and he did get maced. Dress like a frog, they said. It'll be a gas, they said. Someone get the French. Let's see. Come over here and gas me if you think you're hard enough. Converting the military to furries. All right. Give it another minute or so. All right, now you get the timeout.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Pepe with pepper, please. LSD finally kicks in.
That one's good.
Feelings froggy motherfucker. Damn it, tear. All right,
Yeah. I don't know.
Johnny.
His name was Pepe, not Pepper Me. We're not getting as many good ones.
Yeah. He's Froggy Fresh.
Okay.
Feeling
Let's play off
froggy.
Teddy Fred.
Oh, feeling froggy, motherfucker. Yeah, give it a few more seconds. Does my ass hit the ground when I jump? You brought the Canadian spiced frog legs on the menu. All right, well, I'll end it there. Oh, wait,
Oh shit! I better hop to it.
Oh shit! I'll let that one in. Okay.
Not a single like "It's Wednesday, my dudes." Not a single plague reference.
Mm.
You know, been like, God really fucked up this plague of frogs.
I would have put like, you're gonna find out it's not easy being red.
There you go.
All right, so let's see. 6. What are you going with?
I think I'm going to go with the Pepe one.
Which one?
Yeah.
The first one.
There's Misfits.
After joining the
After
left, Pepe
left.
let himself go, or
Yeah, the one where he let himself go.
The Misfit one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Rotten.
not sure. I'm gonna go with Della. With I said my name was Pepe, not Pepper Me.
All right. Terry.
Same as Rotten, the Della one.
All right. Johnny.
And mine makes it 3 for that.
Okay. Looks like that's the winner then.
Then there comes Della with Kermit and Piggy reunited.
All right. So Della wins this week. Let's see. What would I have gone with?
I mean, I don't know how he's gonna win a lawsuit of being that he got pepper sprayed. He started shit, thinking that suit was gonna save him. If he didn't keep a knife in his pocket so he could cut it to get out if he needed to, or something like that, that's his own fault for being a big fat gay retard.
It's kind of hard to take you seriously as the resistance when. I probably would have gone with the Froggy When According or the Dress Like a Frog They Said. But, all right.
No, since my youngest watches like America's Funniest Home Videos all the time.
That's still
they
on?
actually, oh yeah. They had this one where they had this guy was on the outside of this snow globe thing, and his wife and his daughter were in the snow globe, and he just took this like fart spray can thing and just missed it in the intake fan.
Ugh.
And like I saw that, I've seen that, and then I saw this, and I'm like, I know exactly where this is going. Like the first time I saw the video, I'm like, that guy's gonna get gassed right there, and lo and behold,
Yeah, especially because we've seen the ones of other people, like people who are like actually doing work in the costumes like that because they're mascots or whatnot, and someone come up with a fart spray and spray it in there.
All right. Well, on to our 4th article. Why Greta Thunberg represents the very best of 21st century activism and radicalism. ...
Yeah. There's meant to be 3 dots.
That's just 2.
No, but like there's meant to be 3.
No, because then they say read on ...
Well,
See, that one got it right.
Well, Neil Breen borrowed one for I Am Here Now.
There you go. Okay.
It is hard to believe that Greta Thunberg is only 22 years old. There aren't too many
She does
individuals.
look a lot older. I will admit.
She looks like she's 12.
She looks like she's fucking Lord Farquaad.
well, and
Yeah.
it's really funny because there's some pictures where she looks like she's 12, and there's others that she looks like she's 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. There aren't too many individuals who have packed so much into their existence at a very short time. We knew absolutely nothing about Anne Frank during her lifetime, and her diaries only got published after she had been killed by the Nazis during the Holocaust.
Oh, Anne Frank's dead. That's disappointing.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, I never read that part.
Yeah.
Bro,
Spoilers.
way to spoil the book, man.
Now I'm not going to read it.
Next thing you're going to tell me Jesus dies in the Bible.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. There's no way that's true. He's the son of God, dude. There's no way the main character dies.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There's a sequel.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Then.
There's the Bible too?
Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. But with the Swedish activist, we have been able to chart her life story since she came to international consciousness, when she protested in front of her country's parliament in 2018.
As instructed by her parents, because she was a fucking prop.
Yeah. In taking her message of climate change emergencies extremely seriously to the European Union and the United Nations hallowed chambers, she made this hot-button subject quite sexy. Ugh, no.
Gross.
And created a generation of young people who made the adults in the room accountable for their greed and short-sightedness.
How dare you?
Her stunning success won her friends and some very powerful enemies, with the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk lining up to disparage her looks and manner of speaking.
Because she's an idiot.
Yeah. Doesn't Trump just like brush her off like, she's just a troublemaker?
Yeah.
But she's
Like,
never
if she
been.
doesn't have a prepared speech, she's retarded.
Even with one, she is.
Well, if she's not a threat, then why are they sending drone attacks after her?
Checkmate, atheist.
Yeah. But she's never been
Because
swayed
they're
by.
fucking with her.
There's
But
no
she's-
rule saying a dog can't fly a drone.
There you go.
Air drone.
Yeah.
Airbud drone pilot.
See, but she's never been swayed by those vile men who are friends with convicted sex abusers and traffickers. The real story,
Like
however,
Obama? And Clinton?
well, Clinton was a sex abuser. All right, the
That
real
was
story,
both of them.
yeah. However, in the life of Ms. Thunberg, is her intellectual evolution, which has been able to connect climate change activism to imperialism, colonialism, and genocide, and the degree to which she has been prepared to put her head above the parapet.
Yeah, it's easy to connect shit with shit.
Because it's all shit.
Yeah.
Just kind of squishes together.
Given the point to which she had been accepted by the leading liberals across the Atlantic, Barack Obama and Ursula von der Leyen, whoever that is, our
That's the
protagonist.
head of the EU.
Oh,
So a big fat gay retard.
yep.
Yeah.
Our protagonist could have easily stepped back and act as those folks do when they get comfortable with themselves, but she took a different tack. When the attacks of the 7th of October 2023 took place, the world was united in its condemnation of Hamas, and when reprisal attacks began almost immediately, very few batted an eyelid. Yeah, I mean, that would kind of make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because Hamas is a terrorist organization and they got elected.
And then days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, and months have turned into years. And what we have seen is the genocide of women and children. Apparently,
Get fucked.
women and children. Apparently, no men were killed.
No.
Who had absolutely nothing to do with the attacks on revelers. And we began to notice that those who spoke up against Israel were demonized as anti-Semitic.
Well, yeah, because majority of you that do that don't care about Israel. You care that they're Jews.
Yeah. 90% of the time, I feel like Zionist is just code for Jew.
It is.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
And while leading liberal figures in Hollywood and Washington were stridently silent on Israel's crimes, a young Scandinavian decided to take things up a notch and speak out forcefully against Israel's crimes. And how's
Look,
that
you're talking
worked?
to we're listening to people. I think most of them can attest the same thing. It's like I don't fucking care about Israel and I don't fucking care about Gaza, but honestly, the way things are going, even with Gaza's own population, they probably will have to be genocided in actuality to end this shit fully.
Or just move them somewhere.
No, because they're going to do the same shit anyways. It's the reason why other Muslim countries won't allow them in their own fucking country.
I think the solution is very simple. You just turn the entire region into glass. Then, yeah, that's it. Problem solved.
Solving the problem. Solving the
Yeah.
problem. Problem
In
solved.
the words of Sigourney Weaver, nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Well, speaking up forcefully in her head is indubitably praiseworthy. Oh, we got an English major here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
She made the all-important decision to go to the front lines and take the fight to the Knesset. Okay. And for this, she was arrested and placed in one of Israel's worst ever dungeons. I would love to see an Israeli dungeon.
It's called the Holiday Inn.
Just have her chained hanging from a
Motel
wall,
6 by the Turnpike.
like in medieval times. Didn't they just like give her a sandwich and tell her to go home?
Yeah, pretty much.
They gave her the room next to the noisy ice machine.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Those bastards.
They wouldn't redeem her coupon.
Yeah. Or validate her park.
She didn't even get a mint.
It was already expired.
No continental breakfast.
Housekeeping. Yeah. All right.
They made her pay for the drinks in the minibar.
Ms. Greta Thunberg, as I write this piece, is still being held under those appalling conditions, and we have no idea as to how long her detention could be.
I'm pretty sure she's already been released.
Like, for the third time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made this joke on Twitter. She's basically Otis of Mayberry for Israel. Just like every night she like walks in, locks herself in the jail, and then goes home. Like she's just a harmless annoyance. Okay, but what we do know is that she is redefining what it means to be a radical activist in the 21st century. As opposed to being as bland and platitudinous, those big words again, like Barack Obama, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Robert De Niro, Leo DiCaprio, Anne Hathaway. Yeah, we get the idea.
Yeah,
and
bunch
the rest
of these motherfuckers who want to say, "Oh, we need to think about the climate," as they fly private jets all across the world to fucking summits about this shit. Get fucked, faggot.
And the rest of Hollywood cognoscenti. We are getting a crash course in what it means to really push back from our corrupt and insatiably rapacious capitalist class. And
Someone really likes that word of the day calendar.
Yeah. And their politician ventriloquist dummies. And if you are new to all of this, what does this mean, and what can we deduce from this phenomenon? We cannot claim to be against climate change and yet support the ideology which is intent on wiping hundreds of thousands of people off their ancestral land in order to monetize it. Why not? Wouldn't it help the environment if there were a lot less people in the world?
It would.
Mm-hmm.
It would.
Yeah.
If you truly believed in climate change, you'd kill yourself.
Yeah.
Also true.
We cannot claim to be concerned about the devastation of our planet and not see that the forced removal of people to another part of the world will have seismic consequences for generations yet unborn. Well, who are they going to move? I thought they were being genocided.
Yeah. Well, maybe
they
they're moving to heaven.
Yeah. Ecological capitalism has made our world a vastly unsafe and unhealthy place for millions of people, and the wisest in our midst have always known that it is impossible to claim that you're fighting for one cause while conveniently ignoring the other, and this is precisely why people like Greta Thunberg are giants among pygmies.
She's not a giant. Did you see how tall she was compared to Barack
Yeah.
Obama?
Yes.
No,
Think
she's a
of-
short, fat retard.
Yeah, like the Lollipop Guild kicked her out for being too much of a freak.
She's a genius amongst retards.
At
When she looks in a mirror.
a time when fascist ideas have gone mainstream, it should come as a relief to humanity that there are people absolutely prepared to take a position against popular opinion. The hope is that this would spur very many more into thinking along those lines, and this is the reason we all owe Ms. Thunberg a massive debt of gratitude for her activism and radicalism.
Ah, yes, the whole you have to believe what I believe, otherwise you're a bad person.
Yep. This is my 2 cents. What's yours?
You're a big fat gay retard.
No, I'm actually going to agree with Greta on something. She should be in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although college would just turn her more leftist.
Well, yeah. I was thinking more like, kindergarten. Like,
I don't know. I think she'd probably turn college more leftist.
yeah,
Like-
find a way, yeah.
Or like special ed or something.
Yeah.
We start
Alright.
seeing colleges be like, guys, like,
We've been
We have
doing
to
this
go
all
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
to like abolish the 19th.
Just a sec.
I think it's funny how they abolished the 19th started off as just a internet joke.
Yeah.
All right. And now for our final game. And that is Porno Gender Edition.
Ah.
And since Gunsky's not here, it's B.
Yeah. All right. And this is where I
Big
give
big gay fat retards. The frosted edition.
Yeah.
This is where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTI wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even
All
give you a
of them.
short description of each one. All right, so let's see. Gender A. Bleach aromic. Gender connected to the smell of bleach.
Mixed with ammonia.
The substance or the anime?
I'm guessing the substance. All right. Gender B. Doodle sharkic. Xenogender related to sharks and doodles or doodles of sharks.
As you would expect.
And
That,
gender
that's
C.
that's Godson one.
Huh? All right. And gender C. Ground mellow gender. Gender related to a toasted marshmallow that's been dropped on the ground, or dropping a toasted marshmallow on the ground. All right, so I'll start a poll so check and get it or not. Don't forget one of the options that they're all real. So, 6, what are you going with?
I'm guessing they're all real.
All right. Rotten.
I'm gonna go with A, just because
Oh,
I don't know. They're huffing bleach.
I forgot to add the all real to the poll.
Oh, oops.
Way to go, dumbass.
Which is
Fine.
fake. Hey.
My answer does not count.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been disenfranchised.
So they must hate me because I'm Mexican.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so what'd you say, Rotten?
A.
All right. Terry.
Uncle Frosted, I dropped my marshmallow.
All right. Johnny.
I would go with all real, but you need to keep the bleach aromic away from the ammonia aromic,
Yeah.
No, let them.
because then you ended up with a mustard gas aromic.
You don't know that that's not a thing.
Yeah.
but all real.
All right. Let's see. Chat is going all real, followed by C. Yeah, why can't I see the likes? Freaking YouTube change their setup.
Blinded by the likes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 22 with 39
Held
watching.
up like a loofah by the foreman of the night.
Oh, wow. 62% are saying all real. That's way
Wow.
more than usual.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'll end it there. Okay. And the answer is C is fake.
See, I told you. Always go with frosted screen. Godson.
Well, he
it-
could have doodled a shark.
He
Uh,
could have.
It was me who dropped the marshmallow, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was me all along.
I did it. And I'd do it
It
again.
was me, Austin. It was me all along.
I dropped the screw in the tuna. All right. Anyone who gets that reference, that's a very deep cut. All right. So let's look at the flags for the real ones. There's a bleach aromic.
And it's got the Clorox thing in there.
Which I would love to carry that flag at a protest.
Oh my god, it does actually have the Clorox thing in there.
Yeah.
All right, and there's Doodle Sharkic, which just lazily pasted a JPEG on.
That's not even a doodle of a shark.
That's clip art.
Yeah,
Like someone traced around it, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, it's called Doodle. It's not like it has to look super artistic.
It's not.
I like
It's
how
actually
they-
not supposed to.
Yeah.
I like that the bubbles were included.
All right. But of
So
course,
sparkly.
but of course, that's not all.
No.
Because we also have Poe or No, Too Retarded for TV.
In other
Right.
words, frosted's gender.
Where I give you a gender that's too retarded for you guys to think I made it up, but also too retarded for me not to share. And I'm not sure I'm going to even be able to pronounce this one.
Oh dear.
All right. This is Chipahanachissavreka. Chipahanachissavreka.
Yeah. Pocahontas gender.
Yeah. Gender identity.
It's Elizabeth Warren gender.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, translate for us.
It's Chippewa for this is retarded.
Yeah. It's Chipahonichi Savrika, I think is the way to say it.
All right. Gender identity which tastes like or is Chipotle honey chicken skewers. This gender is tender, delicious chicken with a Chipotle honey glaze. It is saucy, enticing, and savory.
Someone
Well,
made this
obviously,
up
what else would it be?
while waiting for her Uber Eats order.
She
All right,
didn't
and-
even tip her DoorDasher.
All right, and there's the flag, which just looks like two turds with sticks poked through them.
Yep.
So Chipotle.
All right. Well, now it's time for our final article, which is a longer one. Let's see. But I'm not going to tell you the title of this one.
Oh dear.
But there is a reason that I chose Johnny as the guest, though.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
I really wanted to get up and walk out. My friend Emma was hosting an evening of stand-up comedy at an historic venue in Los Angeles. with some well-regarded comics in the lineup, and I was thrilled to attend, despite the egregious food and drink minimum.
What, 2?
Halfway through his set, the first comedian asked the crowd, "Are there any they-thems in the house tonight?" When he was met with a pin-drop silence, he responded with a single word with bone-chilling rancor. "Good."
I like this guy already.
Wasn't that an Oasis show that did that?
Oh, they're making fun of the Kate Smurf Cake fans, yeah.
He launched into a joke about how they-them is plural, and they spent the rest of the set implying that anyone who doesn't laugh at his anti-trans material is just too woke and needs to pretend it's the 90s again.
What's the matter, guys? Too challenging for you?
Well, what's that from?
Some dickhead comedian, James Acosta, something like that. He
Caster,
really hates Ricky Gervais. So he had a bit where he's like, "What's the matter, guys? Too challenging for you? That's my job. I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to challenge you." And then he just kept repeating that phrase like 7, 8 times, and that was apparently the joke.
You know how we watched that one with Ali Wong, and it was just about how much she hated her husband?
Oh yeah.
His is exactly like that, except for it's how much he hates Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, it is.
I would have walked out if I hadn't already paid for an expensive sandwich and a glass of wine.
Sure, you
And as it
know.
turned
This
out,
sandwich is too good for that joke.
and as it turned out, I really needed it. Because every comic that night was a cisgender straight man making pronoun jokes.
My sandwich was a Chipotle Chipochronic.
Until that night, I'd never realized how well I've managed to avoid angry straight man comedy, always preferring queer and femme comedians.
Is that Jack White? Or what's his Jack Whitehall?
It looks like just a stock image.
That looks like Jack Whitehall, who is gay as shit.
Well, it says image by Free Pick, so I'm assuming it's stock.
It's probably stock.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, watching my parents laugh their heads off at Eddie Izzard's Dress to Kill was a huge turning point in shedding my internalized homophobia. I'll always cherish that endlessly
he's
quotable
not gay,
special.
though.
At least at the time, he wasn't. He specifically says that he likes women.
Yeah.
All right. I adore Margaret Cho, Leslie Jones, Mateo Lane. I saw Jacqueline Novak off-Broadway twice, and I waited in a rainstorm to see Chelsea Handler at the Red Rocks in
Oh, God.
You definitely wasted your money.
Man,
I question the taste of this author.
why don't you just, pay some guy to whip you or something?
Or at least go see Hannah Gadsby.
And then, of course, there's Hannah Gadsby.
Oh, there you go.
And to round it out, well, quite literally.
This person has an Amy Schumer tramp stamp.
Of course, in the wake of Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel being fired, it remains to be seen how comics across the identity spectrum will adapt to this frightening new landscape where punching up could end a career.
Jimmy Kimmel didn't get fired.
You did not.
I first saw them, oddly enough, in Texas. I was rehearsing a play in Austin, and my castmates invited me to join them to see Hannah's touring show, Douglas. I sat in the balcony.
Austin isn't Texas.
Hmm?
Austin is not Texas.
For a sec, I thought you said Boston isn't Texas, and I was like, yeah, that's technically true, yeah. All right. I sat in the balcony with no idea what I was about to see. By the end, my stomach ached from laughing, my palms were red from all the vigorous applause, and I strained my voice cheering at the curtain call.
And
It must have been very different performances.
When I got home, I was feeling so inspired to see more of Hannah's work. So I opened up my laptop and I finally watched Nanette.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dear God.
Talk about a glutton for punishment.
The special
This
begins...
person must work for the HOA.
Yeah.
The special begins like many others, with witty one-liners and a little self-deprecation. But several minutes in, Hannah starts shifting the tone. Do you understand what's... this is a quote from the special, I think. Do you understand what self-deprecation means when it comes from somebody who already exists in the margins? It's not humility, it's humiliation. I put myself down in order to speak, and I simply will not do that anymore.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Stunning and brave. All right.
That's real funny there, Hannah.
Yeah.
That's a real knee slapper. Golly gee whiz.
I do like the bearing videos where like you play the clip of Hannah saying that she was raped and then play like an applause soundtrack over the top of it.
Yeah, I know.
But the Seinfeld jingle.
And like, I was abused, and why should any man do that to me? He's like, ha 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 ha.
Weaving indictments of patriarchy and the gender binary through hilarious jokes about art history. Hilarious jokes about art history.
There were no hilarious jokes about art history.
Hannah
is not funny.
Hannah uses comedy to deconstruct comedy. Another line from the special. The way I've been telling my story is through jokes. And stories, unlike jokes, need 3 parts, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Jokes only need 2 parts, a beginning and a middle. I need to tell my story properly. No, it's 2 parts, a setup and a payoff. Mm-hmm. Okay. The tension escalates. The tension escalates as they share vulnerable stories, but... Oh, is she a they now?
I guess it must be.
Come on. All right. The tension escalates as they share vulnerable stories about internalized homophobia and furiously recount a traumatic hate crime. By this point, I was wide awake at midnight, tears streaming down my face.
I know it's pretty bad, but it's trying to tough it out.
I mean, it was terrible, but I mean, tears. Come on, grow a spine.
I've watched this special numerous times since that night, and it's still one of the most innovative, raw, galvanizing works of art I've ever seen.
Oh God, stop being such a fag about it.
And to an extent, you could say I'm the audience for it. As a theater maker, I love to think about how we can deconstruct the form to create something new. And I love any work of art that balances humor with genuine pathos.
Theater maker?
I don't know. It's probably fancy talk for interior designer.
He's mispronouncing telemarketer.
No,
I just
he's a fucking
remember-
theater kid, so he's a massive.
I was just in the mind of, there's nothing like a good comedy special, and that was nothing like a good comedy special.
You could also say I'm the audience that needs to hear it. Gay as I am, I'm a white man in America, in an era when anyone with privilege needs to take stock of how entrenched power imbalances have held other people back. Of course, there are droves of men who despise the special for those very reasons, disguising their antipathy for the subject matter with transparent excuses about how stand-up is just not allowed to be anything but funny.
Well, ideally.
There should be at least a little bit of funny in there. Yeah. Like throw a knock-knock joke or two. You know. I never expected to encounter these men in real life. Last month, I ran into an old friend at his bar in Greenwich Village. This is a rich guy.
Oh, great. So we're about to hear another story of the dick that got away.
And he invited me to his comedy show that night. Again, I was thrilled to attend, until he got up there and made a joke involving repeated use of the F slur. I told him afterwards I really bristle at straight men using that word, even as a joke. Yeah. I shared the revelation I had after my friend Emma's show, that most of my favorite stand-ups are queer, and he asked me who they were. And when I mentioned Hannah Gadsby, he made a puke face.
I like this guy. I like this guy already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will take patronage at his comedy show.
He is identified as the hero of the story.
Predictably, he started screaming at me, "She's not funny." Our other
She's not.
friends our other friends didn't know Hannah's work. So when I tried to explain his visceral reaction, all I could muster was, "He's just being a straight white man right now."
Oh, you showed her.
I want to start being able to do that. He's just being a black guy.
Yes.
Sorry, he's just being Jewish now.
To answer Blue Ed Scream's question, back when we had time for it, I have a show called "Torture is How You Make Friends," and Hannah Gatsby was the first episode.
It was indeed.
Yes.
In fact, that was when Campbell and I actually started streaming together.
I'd even say like that is like the highlight. Is like of all the terrible like stand-ups that we watched, Nanette was like the pinnacle of why the fuck does this exist?
Yeah,
I-
and the whole show started off as like, oh my god, because these articles are like, yeah, you need to watch all these stand-up specials from women. They're absolutely hilarious, and we went through pretty much all of them.
Mm.
And I will say, Keith, Carlos Mencia can occasionally tell a joke, and that it's just usually somebody else's.
At least Carlos Mencia isn't like, some award-winning, champion for being stunning and brave and all that shit. Everybody pretty much admits that he sucks.
Yeah.
He
I
would
just
do better as a comedic actor. That's where he just should have fucking stayed.
I just realized I should have called the stream #MeTooSoon.
Oh yeah, that would have been perfect.
Me too soon, ye.
Not enough people would have got it. I think. I think
I would have got it, and that's the important part.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would have got it too. But
Frost would have got it. Terry would have got it. I'd have got it.
I'd have just had to share the stream.
I don't usually care if everybody gets it.
okay.
Everybody wants some.
We just be like, Six. Here's the joke. Don't tell anyone.
Let's see. Okay, suppose we took the "she's not funny" charge seriously for a moment. Hannah clearly intended for Nanette to pack a gut punch, to make people uncomfortable, and to evoke something more than just laughter. As they explained in Douglas, their hilarious she's a they now, yeah. Their hilarious follow-up show I saw in Texas. I wanted that show to have an audience, and a broad audience, and if that meant I had to trick people by calling it comedy, that's technically a joke.
There you go.
No, it's not.
You can call it a joke. It's just really fucking retarded.
That's not a joke. That's just fraud.
I would also question that this was actually in Texas, because as I pointed out before, Austin is not Texas.
I've heard people say that.
It sounds like she just wants to be Andy Kaufman. Just doing like kind of meta humor on the audience, but she's not.
Yeah, like 20 years, she's gonna have like a code thing that here's the code word that makes all of my previous jokes funny.
Yeah, it's a secret decoder ring.
Yeah, yes.
Let's see. And there wasn't a deceptive marketing campaign. The trailer made it clear that Nanette eschews the stand-up formula. That's part of why I loved it. But for anyone who's not in love with cross-genre entertainment, who just wants comedy to be comedy, Netflix doesn't have an egregious food and drink minimum. It's really easy to turn it off and watch something else.
That's true.
It's easier to ignore it and watch anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So why were so many people so viscerally defensive about it? When someone finds the courage to abandon their survival tactic and look their demons in the face, they're daring us to do the same. Maybe some of us would rather just leave our demons in the closet and bolt the door shut. Humor is a powerful coping mechanism. We all try to laugh the pain away, to such an extent that anything truthful can put us on the defense.
Actually, I believe Peter says you're supposed to fuck the pain away.
Who says that?
Peaches. It's there's a song, "Fuck the Pain Away."
Oh. Okay, we all try to laugh the pain away to such an extent that anything truthful can put us on the defense. And this is true for people across the spectrum of privilege and marginalization. To be fair, I've encountered a lot of gay men who approach everything with sarcasm, and it always makes me uncomfortable, because I feel like I can't make a connection with someone if I'm not allowed to be sincere.
Well, it's because you're not gay, so...
Well, they said they were gay, but they have to realize it's a joke, not a dick.
Yeah.
But we can assume that sarcasm is the armor gay men wield to survive in a homophobic culture. But why do straight white cis men need everything to be a joke? Because it's stand-up comedy.
Jesus Christ, I used to work with a dude who sucked dick, and this is more gay than he is.
But
yeah, the Seinfeld thing. Everything with you is so jokey. It's like, I'm a comedian.
yeah. But when you're doing stand-up comedy, I feel like some of it should be jokes.
Yeah.
If they let down their armor, what's the worst that could happen? When I first arrived in Texas, I wondered if a bunch of flamboyant theater artists from New York would be safe. Even in the proverbial blue blip in the Red Sea, I was prepared to keep my head down and stay on my guard. My fears were assuaged by 1,000 Texans leaping to their feet to give Hannah Gadsby a standing ovation. I left the show that night.
About 3/4 of them were Californians.
Yeah. I left the show that...
And 90% of them are rape survivors.
I think by the end of the show, they were all rape survivors.
Yes.
I left the show that night feeling right at home, confident we were in a queer-friendly city and all would be well. Man, that rape story really brightened his mood. Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like better than hearing about someone else being raped.
He just walks home whistling the Andy Griffith theme.
Yeah.
Clicks his heels as he jumps up in the air.
Yeah.
The Andy Griffith theme song is like...
But then a few weeks later, I took my castmate to see Eddie Izzard on tour, at a venue down the road from our rehearsal. In the middle of the show, someone in the balcony shouted an objectifying, transphobic remark.
Oh, no.
The crowd gasped and booed. Eddie chastised the heckler and struggled to get back on track.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
If that happened, then he lost his fucking edge.
Yeah.
If you're a stand-up comic and you can't deal with a heckler yelling an insult, you know,
like
probably
the
need to
only
work on that.
The only time I've really heard about a comedian that kind of got off topic, or it's like, and that had a hard time getting back, is when they realized that one of the people in the front row who was a fan of theirs was a kid that their parents took them to see them, and he kept still told his regular jokes, but then kept like throwing in like life lessons to try to be at least somewhat of a positive influence, thinking just to himself, he's like, why the fuck did your parents let you come here?
But for the rest of the show, our muscles seized up as we braced for the bigot's steady grumbling to bubble over into shouting again.
Yeah, you heard one fucker when there was a metric fuck ton of you. Jesus Christ, you are a raging pussy.
Yeah.
One drunk guy is enough to derail your entire freaking evening.
Yeah, if the guy tried anything, he would have gotten his eyes scratched out.
He'd have been a rape survivor.
Yeah. We got out of the theater in one piece. But, what, like the guy yelling is gonna cause everybody to die? Alright. But I struggled to exhale for the rest of the night. Because I realized my suspicions were correct. Queer people really can't take for granted that anywhere we go we'll be safe. I got news for you. You were safe in there. You just heard someone yell.
You heard one jackass yell, and everyone else got pissed about it. Oh my God, you were so unsafe that one person was there. Like, how could this world do that? You fucking raging faggot.
Which means like
Jesus, I am irritated.
I am 99% sure that was someone who he, like, I ideologically agreed with.
Yeah,
and
watch
was
this.
just
The
like,
person
I'm
who
gonna
yelled-
try and make. I'm gonna be a hero.
And we find out that it was 6.
Now we find out the person who actually yelled the whatever slur is gay and trans.
And that threat was only intensified.
And it just ends with quesarito.
Puro borracho.
And that threat
My-
has only
My spicy bean dip.
It's all over my garden salad.
and that threat has only intensified. While an awful lot has changed since 2019, it also feels like we've circled back around to the exact same place. Twice now, an intelligent, persuasive, accomplished, qualified woman was defeated by an unapologetic misogynist, who's now a convicted felon, and who readily used queer people as a scapegoat to sway the electorate. Can someone tell me who these intelligent, persuasive, accomplished, qualified women were?
They worked behind the scenes.
We call them the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
I'd like to see that debate. Alright. And still, his
At least
his
it'd be
supporters.
entertaining.
I can kick higher than you can. No, you can't. Well, we'll see about that.
All right, get the Jello pit ready. And still, his supporters are quick to play the victim, flocking to podcasts and the nightly news to rail about how they're not allowed to speak and hurl false equivalencies about how the left is calling people names.
Because you fucking do.
Yeah. But calling someone a homophobe and calling someone the F-slur are just not the same thing. Yeah, because as I said in the last thing, you can get fired for being a homophobe. You can't get fired for being a faggot.
Well, that's true.
You can't legally.
Opposite sides of the same coin.
It's illegal to fire someone for being a faggot.
I don't think it should be.
We're going to let you go. You're far too gay for this organization.
Yeah.
We already have too many gay people. We're going to have to let you go.
We've already hired Moonshock. So we can handle it.
Our gay quota is here, is already met. And if you've seen a guy carrying around a Tron Legacy poster,
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
he gets a little possessive. Just
He may
don't
or
make-
may not be single, but you can shoot your shot.
Don't make it like that.
He's got that I Heart Garrett tattoo on his upper forearm.
Did you really have to glue a dildo to your office chair?
Just to make sure he doesn't fall out.
Nah. Okay. Asking someone to acknowledge how they benefit from systemic oppression is not the same. The hell? Yeah, my monitor just blinked out. All right. Okay. Is not the same thing as being oppressed. And when I said my comedian friend was.
Yep, we lost 6.
Yeah, where'd 6 go?
He took the stream with him.
Like
He took the stream and hopped the border.
Damn Mexicans. Can't trust them.
yeah.
As soon as your screen blanked, he's like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, right.
There he is.
So
Yeah,
you guys started talking about Tron Legacy, and I had to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they always return to the scene of the crime.
That's where his
okay.
tacos are.
And when I said my comedian friend was just being a straight white man, that was not a critique of his identity. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It's in the accusation.
Yeah, if it's a
Read your
critique,
sentence.
if all you said was that he's a straight white man, and this is a critique, you're critiquing his identity.
How dare you use logic in a time like this?
It was a critique of his behavior. He,
Oh.
he was
my wife,
acting straight, white, and male.
my wife, my stepson, and I were all having a conversation, and my wife said something about her not feeling well and being kind of crabby, and I said, "That's because you're a woman." And the look on his face was priceless because no normal person could say that to their wife and not get smacked. He's like, "Those are your words, not mine."
You got yourself a keeper there.
Been funnier if when you called her that, she just reached over, just pinched you, and she'd be like,
Yeah.
"I crap, I pinch."
So can I call this guy a faggot and say I'm just critiquing his behavior?
Yes, you can.
Because I don't really care that he's gay. I care that he's acting like a faggot.
Well, in the words of South Park, you can be a gay fag.
Yeah. And obviously, just because I'm fond of queer comics and femme comics, that doesn't mean I discriminate against straight white cis male comics.
Despite the previous paragraphs written.
Yeah. It means I'll turn off a comic who disparages LGBTQ plus people.
The
to
lie
get a
detector
laugh.
test says that that's false.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cherish Robin Williams, George Carlin, John Mulaney, Russell Howard, Mike Birbiglia, Pete Holmes. Ugh.
Pete Holmes is the guy on the right.
I say a bunch of people who have flat out said that you should be able to make fun of the LGBT community because if you can't make fun of them, then you fucked up. Everyone can be made fun of.
I thought Pete Holmes was the guy who was on SNL, the guy who looks like he has AIDS.
That's Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who
Oh.
also is apparently a stand-up, which I haven't seen his stuff, but
Dude looks fucking weird, and I have no
It's-
idea how he gets with the women he does.
his stand-up is my dad died in 9/11 and I bang whores. Like I don't get it.
That's okay. None of these men attack the queer community, but many of them lampoon toxic homophobia. A good comic doesn't need their audience to pretend it's the 90s again. It's possible to get a laugh without punching down at anyone. You just have to stop being so in denial about who's up and who's down in the first place.
Who's
Oh,
the top? Who's the bottom?
Well, who's up and who's down depends on the inning. Of course, in
Who's
of course
on
in
first?
the wake of Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel being fired,
Not
it
fired.
remains yeah,
One
it
not
remain-
fired, the other one's contract not renewed. You fucking tard.
Yeah, and them being comedians is, ambiguous at best. It remains to be seen how comics across the identity spectrum will adapt to this frightening new landscape where punching up could end a career.
Except it didn't.
Or doesn't.
Suddenly, it no longer takes a lesbian eviscerating the patriarchy to drive the right wing into hysterics.
I mean, she didn't eviscerate shit. She just made a bunch of people feel like they survived a rape themselves because she tried to rape their mind.
Yeah.
So eviscerate shit. We use.
It's a stand-up comic event. It's not a trauma dump.
And if you can't make your trauma funny, you're doing it wrong.
Can we just make it a whole new genre, just like stand-up depression?
Yes.
We call it nenetting.
Yeah. Apparently, even a mild-mannered straight white man accurately reporting the news is now a bridge too far. Jimmy Kimmel lied. That was the whole thing. I hope the day will come when none of us have to punch up or down. When the systemically powerful will stop trying to make other people feel small.
I just wish someone would punch you.
And the marginalized will no longer have to seek permission to speak. Yes, Hannah Gadsby is having trouble getting permission to speak.
Yes.
In the meantime, Hannah's words are a guide in these frightening times.
A guide to a razor blade? Like what?
Yeah. Guide to
Cross
becoming
the street or down the river. We need to know if you're serious.
guide to joining the 42%. To
The
be
river
rendered
to the sea.
Again, if it's to a razor blade down the street or across the street or down the river, we need to know if you're serious.
this is a quote from Gadsby, I guess. To be rendered powerless does not destroy your humanity. Your resilience is your humanity. The only people who lose their humanity are those who believe they have the right to render another human being powerless. They are the weak.
Well, no, they're the strong because they're depriving other people of their power.
We don't have to raise our swords and shields every time we encounter someone who offers us something different than what we expected. Diversity is strength. Difference is a teacher. Fear difference, you learn nothing. Like it or not, your story is my story, and my story is your story. I wasn't raped.
No, my story is funnier than yours.
But
Yeah.
also, by this logic, then does the author have the requirement to listen to Ben Shapiro? And
Faithless. This is Hannah's sock account.
yes.
I can't think of anything more important right now, and that's not a joke.
I
No.
can.
We
What I'm
can
going to
tell
have
it's
for
not a
breakfast
joke.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Well, I think we learned something
James
today.
Patrick Nelson. To take
If
another
I-
quote from the Boondock Saints, only this time, it's oh god damn it! From the FBI agent. What a fag!
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when he's in bed with the guy.
Yep.
Quit
Just
being a
wanted to cuddle.
fag.
What a fag! Just
we
pour
need-
the drink, you fairy fuck.
Those were the days. All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So I'll take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. Let's see, 6. Anything you want to shill?
Buy his book.
Yeah.
Is it?
Hmm.
Buy
couldn't
bean
resist.
dip. You must buy bean dip. For me.
Okay.
Buy my bean dip.
Do you have
for
a
me.
P.O. box they can send bean dip to?
No. They just kind of like throw it out your window real hard.
All right.
Aim towards Texas and hope you'll make it there. If you
Okay.
miss, hopefully you'll hit Tony Gonzalez.
So people in chat, buy bean dip and go around Texas looking for a Mexican and ask if they're 6. Okay. All right. Let's Rotten, anything you want to show?
Sunday we're gonna do the better supposed remake review of the remake of Day of the Dead, and I'm not expecting it to be any better than the 2005 one, or was it 2010? I don't remember.
Is this the Zack Snyder one?
No, the Zack Snyder was the Dawn of the Dead remake, and then they did a Day of the Dead remake as well that had Ving Rhames still in it as well, but also had Aaron or Nick Carter, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon
Nick Cannon. He dies.
Canon.
and
Yeah.
Mina Savari is in that
Yes.
one, right?
Yes.
You know, would it kill them just once to do a day for the dead?
Well, what's really funny is they have remade all 3 of the first of the Dead series, but unlike the original trilogy, which follow each other somewhat, the remake of Night of the Living Dead, remake of Dawn of the Dead, remake of Day of the Dead have nothing in common, or have no connecting to them, each other.
They should do one called Concert of the Dead, and it's just a Grateful Dead concert.
Yes.
It's just a cover band.
I will survive. Do-do-do-do.
I'm
Let's
pretty
see.
sure it'd be a Journey tribute band.
Ugh, oh God. Speaking of gay. Let's see. Terry is on Games with Terry on
I am.
Jack's Quippers United channel Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. He's also on Mr.
And
Adams.
Fridays when Frosted doesn't stream.
Yeah, true.
I streamed, okay. It was just a different day. Jeez.
That's
Can't
a
have everything
technicality.
exactly how you wanted. All right. All right. Let's see. He's also on
We
Mr.
give you
Adams
shit.
streams.
It's how we show we care.
On our next
Stop.
week's show, Special
Stop-
guest Hannah Gadsby.
Stop punching down, Rotten, okay?
How am I punching down? I have less subscribers than you, bitch.
I probably got some minority status.
He's a ginger.
Yeah.
And I'm technically a disabled veteran.
Veteran
Hey, you're
doesn't
not a
count.
ginger, so that still counts.
Veteran doesn't count. All right. Let's see. And he's also
Yeah, the
on,
government doesn't give a shit about veterans.
yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
And and on Hammer's Minions Nights on Wednesdays.
Yes.
All right.
correct.
Okay, and anything you want to shield, Johnny?
Just Minions on Tuesdays.
Unless he does it on Thursdays.
Well, yesterday was, last week was a special case, but
All right. So should be back next week at the usual time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys then.
asterisk.
Bye, guys.
Have a good
Take it
one,
easy.
everyone.